Welcome to the Art Museum. I'm Professorvoqas, and this is Harry Potter Wizards Unite.
Hello, Professor. I didn't see you there.
Good afternoon. I just opened up the game for the first time since a lot of things have happened. So we talked about the 200 family experience that it was supposed to be in Task 3, and then it got changed to 200 Foundables, Hogwarts Foundables, and then they fixed that to 30. Well, today, actually this morning, running around doing some errands, I finished all of them. I was at, I think, 13 when we left off yesterday, picked up a couple last night, and then finished the rest this morning. I was seeing a bunch, 3 or 4 at a time, parking lots mainly. But anyway, so I finished that out, but since that time, people, and I haven't even gone into the game since this apparently has occurred, that people that had finished it completely but maybe hadn't collected it yet, or who were progressing through it, said they got reset back to 1. Now, also since that time, it is now, I guess, fixed where if you had 1 or more, it's just auto-completing that task. So if you were on, say, 5 out of 30 Hogwarts Foundables, it's supposed to have given it to you. But I haven't been back in there. The last time I left, it just said collect. I was ready to collect it. So let's head in. Well, look, I was 30 out of 30, and now it says return 30 Hogwarts Foundables, and it says 1 out of 30. But I have not reset my game since then, so I'm going to close the game, and then let's just restart, and let's see if it gives me the autocomplete. Now, like I said, I was actually 30 out of 30. It was ready to collect, but I was just ready to collect it when I had the camera on with you guys, but now we'll have to see what happens. All right, I reset, and I'm going back in. Hey! Look at that. So if yours did that to you, you can see what just happened with mine. It was 1 out of 30. I went ahead and reset the game, and now it's letting me collect 2 Rumpenhorn, which I will collect. And now I'm ready to collect the final rewards: 1250 experience, 75 brilliant family experience, 5 restricted section books, and 10 energy. Which brings us to the next part, which is earn 300 brilliant event first year at Hogwarts family experience. Collect 10 mysterious note pieces by returning brilliant first year at Hogwarts traces. There was an issue with that as well, where only the Bogrod and the Monster Book of Monsters brilliant from the first part that were still spawning, they were the only things giving the notes. Well, apparently that is fixed, and all 4 now, Bogrod, Monster Book of Monsters, Flitwick, and Pomona Sprout. Those 4 now should all be giving you should be giving you mysterious notes and family experience too, which both of those. And then at the top, complete 5 wizarding challenges with 3 teammates. We're going to do that in a little while. So right now, what I want to do is actually place a couple images. Heading over to the registry, to the event page. Now, I got this experience before, so I don't think it's going to give me credit for that. That was because I had technically already earned it. This is just from all the things I caught from the last time I opened up this game. But if we go down here, you can see I have 3 images to place. The first one is Flitwick. Place Flitwick, which gets me 5 experience towards that 300. Professor Flitwick. I was never quite as adept at charms as I would have liked. I failed in charms, never really got over it. We had a parents' meeting which included Headmaster McGonagall. It was awful, and I spent the time between classes practicing various charms on my pet newt, Nevin. Interesting. So 5 out of 300. I'm well on my way. And then Pomona Sprout, she gives me 5 as well. Do you remember a while ago when we were returning stolen pieces of my past in another surge, and I came back with a distinctly new memory, one of a conversation with Grimfolly? Of course. Do you have another memory? No, but Professor Sprout does. According to the professor, Grimfolly claims to have found a way to influence the calamity enough to truly modify it. This surge, it's made from his memories almost exclusively. His first year experience and his memories of the professors, that's what we've been returning. He has figured out a way of affecting it. If this is true, this is massive. All right, that wasn't amazing, but at least that was move the story forward a little. And the last one I have is Nearly Headless Nick. I believe it gives me 6 experience. Yep, it is. It's 6 family experience. I always liked Nearly Headless Nick. I mean, he's terribly daft, but he has so many great stories. If you ever get the chance, put an afternoon aside and get him started. Let me show you the port key situation. I have walked a 1K, I've walked another 2.5 kilometer, and then I just picked up another 2.5 kilometer. So I'm going to gold key that. We're going to walk through that and hope we pick up a 5K after that. The registry, there is one other thing. It's in dark arts. I've been waiting to do this. I was running some fortresses last night and ended up getting Tom Riddle's gravestone, but also the Magicka's Might. I think that's the Magicka's Might statue. So anyway, this page is ready to be prestige, essentially. I just have to place this image, and that's going to let me now prestige the page, and I'm carrying those Tom Riddle's gravestone, Tom Riddle's father's gravestone. I'm carrying that over to the next page. Yes, prestige. Nice. So finally got that to bronze, and if you look, the other two were at gold, and this one's at bronze. It's a little bit behind. It's because there's 2 fortress foundables, including Tom Riddle Sr.'s gravestone. I should have just said it that way. That was a lot easier. So 7 out of 14 on that, and then everything else I'm just going to have to keep working on. So I am here at the Art Museum. I'm actually in kind of a dead zone right now. I just wanted a little bit of shade to sit down and do the intro here. But we're going to go ahead and walk around first and just hit as many of the event brilliant foundables as we can and build up family experience. Put on a Barufios, probably put on a talk for trace detection here because I'm walking a bit more. Walk the port key off as well, hopefully pick up another one. So we're going to do that, and when we get done with that, I'm going to hit some fortresses and show you another way to build up that family experience through nearly headless Nick fragments. Quick check-in, you saw I just got the whole bunch of McGonagalls. Those are the first McGonagalls I've seen. I actually put a trace charm on that Whomping Willow, which did clone itself. So I got 2 Whomping Willows and a whole bunch of McGonagalls and some trunks and stuff. No trace charm recharges though. Anyway, on my screen right now, if you see Brilliant Professor Sprout, I just wanted to show you at the far side there, that +1, it has a little note piece. That's what the mysterious note looks like. Earlier, actually, it kept showing, I believe, the mysterious artifact symbol, and people were really confused if they were getting family experience or something like that. But this, they did actually fix it, and now it does actually have the mysterious note image on there. So if you see this, that means you're getting it. And it also is working. I've gotten it from new foundables, the Part 2 foundables, and the Part 1 foundables as well. In addition, I feel like the drop rate has been turned up based on reading Reddit and Discord earlier today when I wasn't able to, wasn't catching as many of these, is people were saying they had gone through like 20 and gotten 1 note, or had gotten through 45 and gotten 3 notes or something. And I've gotten, I don't know, 3 or 4 in the last little bit. Actually, we can go check right now. Let's go to my, let's go and see how far I've made it along. So I'm 40 family experience into the Brilliant Event Family XP, and 7 out of 10. Okay, I was completely 7 notes out of 10, and I'm not even, what is it? I'm 20 minutes into that Barufios, 20 minutes into the Barufios. Also, if we go to the registry, I can get a little more family experience. The Monster Book of Monsters image, I believe, is ready to be placed. Yeah, here we are in this page, and the Monster Book of Monsters. I'm gonna go ahead and place that, which gets me another 5. But it does give me 1,000 experience, which I will definitely take. So I'm up to 45 out of 300. All right, as you can see, there's a ton on my screen right now, so let's go ahead and get back to the grind. Things moved pretty fast with experience, at least. So I trace charmed a horned serpent, which I did not get recorded, but got all those McGonagalls, which you did see some of, and I think I got all but one of them. One of them departed on me. But if you look at my experience right now, I'm 379, 712 out of 380. So I'm literally ready to level up. So if we go to port keys, actually, oh, where is it? I just went past it. There it is. This port key did finish. I'm on a Barufios right now. I did re-up my Barufios. It was actually right as I was trace charming that horned serpent. I forgot I wasn't on a Barufios anymore, so I re-Barufioed. Haven't tonicked because there's so many traces out here, I don't even think I need to. But let's go ahead and get this port key and see if it gives me that last 280 experience that I need to get to level up. Well, 3,750 experience should definitely do it. All right, so let's back out, and right here it should happen. Nice. 43 to 44. 10 gold, a silver key, another Barufios, dark detector, strong extimulo, another strong extimulo. I keep stacking them up, and some spell energy. Nice. Well, while we're here, let's pick up another port key, see if I get lucky. Prized port key, not the paramount we were looking for. I'll put the gold key in that in a second. But let's go to my special assignments and let's look where I am. The 10 mysterious notes, man, they must have upped the rate based on what people were talking about before, that they weren't getting it. Since they fixed the image, I think they must have upped it because I got those 10 so quickly. So I'm going to collect that and get one spell book for that. You can see I'm 155 out of 300 for the Brilliant event, first year at Hogwarts Family XP. Placed Flitwick one time, and then beyond that, it's literally just been grinding on Bog Rods, Monster Book of Monsters, Pomona Sprouts, and Flitwicks. A lot of Flitwicks, actually. So looking at my screen right now, it has looked like this pretty much the whole time. There were times when I had like 7 or 8 Brilliant Foundables. I was having trouble really moving. I was kind of forcing myself to move for that port key, but I really, as I stayed in one spot, they just kept spawning and they kept coming back, and energy kept coming up too. So if you have a museum locally, this doesn't happen everywhere for me, but this museum, there's just so many points of interest, I guess, and maybe a lot of cell traffic that it just gets a lot of spawns. So check out your local museum if it has an outdoor portion. Obviously the indoor portion is closed right now. Anyway, this Barufio's got 24 minutes left. I'm not going to tonic, but I'm going to go ahead and finish this Barufio's out grinding around on the Brilliance and other things. And then when we get done with that, we're going to hit some fortresses, and we'll see how well that builds up our family XP toward that goal. Well, as much fun as it has been out here, the sun actually officially sets in about 15 minutes. So the main thing we need to do now is I want to run some fortresses and talk about nearly headless Nick fragments and getting your family XP that way. And at the same time, I actually want to get the 5 wizarding challenges with 3 or more teammates, which means we're going to have to get on the night bus anyway. So I can certainly do that from home. There's nothing here I can do it from. So we might as well head home and we'll talk about it there. Back at home, definitely got dark pretty quickly. So I did end up getting a little more experience, family experience, before I left, because just on the way to the car, it was just constant Brilliance spawning. Anyway, so if you look right now, I'm 211 out of 300, so 89 away, essentially. And then complete 5 wizarding challenges with 3 teammates. I've done none of them, but that'll definitely involve the night bus, so we can definitely do double duty. Ooh, here is, what do we got here? So Monster Book of Monsters, let's look real quick because we're kind of doing a compare-contrast here, is the Monster Book of Monsters. Hopefully I return it, and we'll see how much family experience you get from returning it. We know when we place the image we get 5. How much do we get? Like, how much do we have to grind? And there it is. There were 3. So if I only did these and didn't place any images, I would need to do that 100 times to get this. Now, granted, you get to do the images, so that's going to, every time you do 20 of these, you get an extra bonus 5. So that's good, but not a lot. So let's head over to fortresses. Oh, port key unlocked. Nice. I don't have a way to pick one up though, so we'll open that later. I'm not worried about it right now. So let's head to the night bus and let's go ahead and complete those 5 wizarding challenges with 3 teammates and try to also kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm going to show you how much you're going to get from doing nearly headless Nick fragments to try to meet that family experience. Right now, the night bus is pretty empty. Oh, someone's in Ruins Chamber 2. I'll just jump in there. I'll see if they're interested, see if they're using the, oh, nobody's in there now. I'm going to wait in Ruins Chamber 2 here with a Brilliant Runestone, just see if anybody shows up. If nobody shows up, I'm going to go in anyway, and we'll see if we get that nearly headless Nick fragment, and then we can at least talk about how much family experience we get from that. All right, we got 3 people, so I'm going to get credit for at least for doing one of the challenges, which will be nice. There we go. That was pretty quick. By the way, that was 3 professors. Oh, so I did not get a nearly headless Nick fragment, but I will get credit for doing one of the 5 fortresses I need to do. So let's see. Ooh, Tower Chamber 1. If I get in quickly enough, there are Oh. All right, doing a Dark Chamber 5 with a Brilliant Runestone, but you know, it's for the event, so let's see how it goes. Nice, all right, so the aura is passing focus over to one of the professors. I didn't see anybody's ratings or anything. Proficiency was cast though, which means we can start doing things. All right, I'm gonna hit a Fierce Pixie because it's something I would be good at. There's 3 professors in here though. Nice, all right, we got about 4 minutes left in the chamber, but we're on our last one foe. So nice, and yep, there were a ton. It was Dark Wizards and Death Eaters. I mean, it was just a ton, and we only had 1 aura. So a lot of us professors ended up having to take on, I tried to take on Death Eaters mainly just because they don't hurt me so much, so I can last longer and just use potions to do more damage against them and kind of whittle them down. Boom, we got it though. Nice, ooh, I got Neville Longbottom's wand. So Nearly Headless Nick. Well, 1, I got another chamber. That was a Dark 5, so 100% chance I'm going to get the Family Foundable. I used a Brilliant Runestone, therefore I'm going to get Nearly Headless Nick. So 1 out of 3. If I get 3 of them and place his image, I'm going to get 6 Family XP. But more importantly, look at the bottom of my screen, 950 regular challenge experience, but plus 10, that is plus 10 experience. So for 300, do this 30 times and you've got it. But because you're doing the other things, you don't need to do it that many times. But you can see here, this is the biggest chunk you can get at one time. The only other way to get 10 at one shot is to do 5 port keys and get the 5 fragments from that. And when you place that image, you'll get the 10 family experience. Now, from the port key itself, that actually has a bigger chance. So actually, I'll go ahead and correct myself right now. Port keys can actually drop a lot more than 10 at once. So it is possible to do a Brilliant Port Key and have it go that way. But during the current situation, port keys seem to be the hardest way for people to do it. So I guess realistically, if you're more at home, if you're more in one spot, then this is going to be maybe a more productive way to get 10 family experience each time you get a Nearly Headless Nick. Now, I went to Dark 5 mainly just to get that guaranteed drop and because there were already 4 people in there, so why not jump in and get the challenge out of the way, get 100%, get some good experience. But you can really run them solo if you're just going for family experience. Run them solo, Ruins Chamber 2, 3, 4, or 5. You may have to run them more than once, but you'll go through them pretty quickly. They're not too energy intensive, and you can start racking up those 10 family experience, and every time you get 3 fragments, place it for another 6. And I think you'll grind away that family experience pretty quickly to 300. So I've done 2 chambers so far with 3 teammates or more and gotten some more family experience. I'm going to go ahead and bust out those other 3. And when I get done with those 3, we'll see where I stand. I've done about 12 chambers total. So I already finished up the 5 with 3 teammates or more. And I already collected on that by accident. But still going for that family XP, I already got 3 Nearly Headless Nicks, placed the image, and then I got 1 more Nearly Headless Nick, which got me 10 more. Right now I think I'm at 296. So if I end up getting a fragment out of this fortress, that'll be 10, and that'll put me over the 300, which would finish it up. Nice, there we go. So Trick Wands, hey, look at that, and a fragment. So another 10 family XP. So that was about, I think it was 12 or 13 fortresses is what I ended up running. And you saw when I first started, I needed about 100. I was about 100 away, or a little less than 100 away. But that was a pretty good chunk I just got right there, which was about 56 to 66, I think I got. But anyway, let's head over, earn 300 brilliant first year at Hogwarts, family experience, 1 spellbook, collect that, which then gets me to the final rewards. I get the Trelawney fragment that lets me place that image. It's the only way to place the image, and it is the only time you will place the image. 5 restricted section books, 5 defense against the dark arts books, 50 coins, always love it, and 30 energy, which I did just use a lot of energy running those fortresses. I was doing Ruins 5 almost exclusively, except for the ones where I was doing it with other people. And then in that case, I was actually just looking for where people were, and I pretty much would have gone anywhere. It ended up being lower level chambers, though I will say Ruins and Tower chambers, not even Forest or Dark. There were people in those waiting for other people. Congratulations, you have completed this event. The Ministry thanks you for your commitment to combating the calamity. So I'll just back out and I'm done. Oh my gosh, no I'm not. The SOS Task Force had issued a special assignment. Check your assignments to get started earning rewards. So we'll head back in. Head over to special assignments and boom, we are on the bonus tasks. 10,000 experience, 45 brilliant foundables, wizarding challenge in the highest chamber, which I just did a second ago, but I'll do it again. Defeat 7 formidable foes. We talked about that one in the guide. It's RNG. Like I said, I'm going to go Ruins 5 to Tower 5. I'm probably going to run those most of the time. And then 30 good spellcasts, I'm just not even going to look at that. I'm just going to go and play the game as normal. But we're not messing with the bonus rewards. We are finished for the day. Let's head over to the registry. I think I might have some event rank ups here. Yeah, just had one rank up, but we can place the Trelawney picture. So I'm going to place Trelawney. By the way, she does give you 10 family experience, but at that point, you're past the point where you need it, so it really doesn't help you. Anyway, this is truly interesting. This is indeed a prophecy, apparently made by Professor Trelawney in the 90s, years ago. All the Harry Potter books took place in the 90s. He started in 1991 at Hogwarts when he was 11. In it, she predicts the calamity. Incredible! I thought she was a one-hit wonder, meaning the prophecy about Harry being the only prophecy she got correct the one time. Yes, but there's more. She also claims that the Ministry of Fools, I don't appreciate that commentary, I'll be honest, will blame the Grim Man. Does she mean Grim Folly? For at least a year. Is she saying he didn't do it? My God, if this is real, this may well be confirmation that Grimm's not behind the disaster after all. If it's real, and if it's not, is Grim Folly trying to deceive us? Well, we've still got one more image to place, Slughorn. I haven't done any port keys, and I may not do any brilliant port keys this time around because if I finish the bonus tasks, I will get the 5 fragments I need to place him. And then I don't really see a need to keep placing him right now. If I figure out a reason, I'll probably pick up some brilliant port keys. Otherwise, I don't really see a need for him. I'm at rank 54 right now. I'm guessing just from collecting brilliance, I'll get this up to 65 asterisk. By the way, upper right corner, we just unlocked the bonus tasks. So if we go to Diagon Alley and we get to this page, SOS bundle, and then there it is, the bonus assignment bundle. This now has appeared in Diagon Alley. 2,050 coins. I have 562, so I will not be purchasing it. Also, none of those things are things I particularly need. That was a pretty productive day. I definitely figured I would make it through set 4 and unlock the bonus assignments. That was kind of my goal for the day, to be able to do that. The leveling up, I just didn't realize I was that close, and that with a couple trace charms and those emergency foundables, Ambrufios, that I was going to really gain that much experience that quickly. So very excited about that. Just a pleasant surprise. Tomorrow we're going to start tackling the bonus tasks. I'm not sure if we'll finish tomorrow, but there's a good chance I'll make it a good way through it. All that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Nox.